What I've learned from traveling across this country, the beautiful things I've seen behind the wheel of an 18-wheeler, sunrise over the ocean in Maryland, and the sun setting over the Rockies. Bighorn sheep crossing the road in Colorado, wild antelope in Wyoming, possums in Pennsylvania, and hordes of tarantulas in New Mexico, from I-70 to I-80 turnpikes, down to Route 66. Muscle cars and mopeds, Boeing in Seattle, all the way to the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C. Denny's, Cracker Barrel, Red Lobster, IHOP, Hilton's, Ramada's, Best Westerns, and Pay-Ins. Mount Rainier in Washington, the Redwoods in California, the Grand Canyon, Guadalupe Mountains, White Sands, Pennsylvania Dutch Country, the Jersey Shore, winding roads in Maine, winding through Lake Country, all the while listening to your favorite tunes. There isn't much you won't see behind the wheel of an 18-wheeler, what we call over the road. Friends and fellow gamers, welcome back to Adventure with Roger. Today we're going to be taking a look at American Truck Simulator, what I believe to be a fairly good representation of what driving a truck over the road in the United States is really like. Aside from the occasionally bad breakfast and bad hotel room, of course. You know, one of the things they don't tell you is that when you become a truck driver is that the men and women that take on this role are always away from home. They're always away from friends and family, but they truly are keeping our country going basically 1 mile at a time. Many people in today's society just don't realize that almost their whole life revolves around someone bringing them what they're currently using in the back of a truck. Our groceries, our restaurant food, our Starbucks coffees, medical supplies for hospitals, Q-tips, clean water, compressed air, oxygen for people that need it. You know, you could look around in the room that you're sitting in right now, and I guarantee it would be hard to find something that didn't arrive to your area in the back of a box truck. So far in American Truck Simulator, I've got about 64 hours logged, and that's about 20 hours less than I would normally do in a normal work week driving a big rig. I normally did about 80 hours when I was doing it full time. I've really been enjoying this game, so let's take a look inside and see what we got, shall we? Alright everybody, let's go over some of these controls. First up, we have the F1 button, which is your basic pause. Then we have F2, which gives us a rear view mirror toggle, kind of like an electronic view. Once you hit it a few times, you can just have the left rear view, left mirror showing, or none, or the right mirror showing, which is the one I like the most because I don't have to look all the way over there every time I want to switch lanes. F3 toggles a couple different versions of your navigation system, so you can go the normal one. You can go dark mode, which is a really cool option. You can shut it off completely and have it right there on your dashboard. Next up is F4. It allows you to adjust your seats, your mirrors, and your light. Next up we have F5. You'll notice on your navigation system, it'll switch in between like a very up close version, like a normal, that would be normal, and then really far out version from basically like a helicopter or satellite view. And even further out, look at that, nice. Next up is F6, it'll tell you the current delivery job that you're working on. F7 will tell you the current damage you have to your truck and trailer and your cargo. So let's say you're driving along, you got some cargo with you, you get in an accident, it'll literally tell you how much damage was made to the whatever different part of your load it was. Next up we have F8, which is just basic messages. Looks like F10 is a shortcut to screenshot saved, and of course if you're playing on Steam you can always use F12 to take a screenshot whenever you want to, and it immediately saves it to your Steam account. Alright, let me switch it to an outside view. There we go. This is the current truck that I'm working with. I did do a few upgrades to it. It's got an upgraded engine, upgraded transmission. Kind of have it set up for heavy hauling, even though it's not a super expensive truck. I did the best I could to make it a heavy hauling truck with the limited resources I had starting out in the game. So going over some controls real quick. American Truck Simulator uses standard WASD keys when you're working on a keyboard. So W will make you go forward, S will make you go backwards, and then we have turn right and turn left with D and A buttons. And you can totally see your driver turning the steering wheel in there, which is really cool. Next up, we have overhead view, kind of looking on the hood of the truck. You have kind of a side view right there. It's hard to tell what's what because I'm inside my shop here. This is kind of a wheel view right here, which is really cool. You can use it while you're driving along to get some really neat footage. Alright, while you're driving along, guys, you can use the shift key to shift up and the control key to shift down. Doesn't matter if you're an automatic truck, you will still shift up and down. Next up, we have the E key, which will shut off the engine. And then to restart the engine, all you gotta do is hit the forward button and it'll immediately start your truck for you. The parking brake, guys, is the space bar. It doesn't matter how fast you're going. You could be going down the highway at 75 miles per hour. If you hit the space bar, it will lock up the brakes on you and put your parking brake on. Engine brakes now, aka your Jake brakes, are the B button. You can also turn up or down the retarder for the Jake brakes or the engine brakes with the semicolon key next to the L button on your keyboard. Next, you can lock or unlock your differential using the V key, but you will be needed to be at a stop to be able to lock it in. This type of differential lock will help you in certain situations when you're having a hard time getting traction to go certain places. The differential lock will help you pull your cargo, say it's stuck on a curb or something like that and you can't get traction. That will help you out with that. Next up, we have your turn signals. The turn signals will be your quote keys next to the letter P. So you have your beginning quote and ending quote buttons will be your turn signals. Hazard lights are the F key, so if we turn those on, it's going to turn your hazard lights on all the way around. And you will be able to see that happen inside the truck as well. High beam and low beam for your lights is the K button, and the L button will toggle on your parking lights, your headlights, and your lights off. And then if you hit the K key, you'll be able to see your high beams come on and off. Next up, we have your horn, which is the N button for the air horn, and the J button for your normal horn, which is a pretty much pointless if you've ever driven a big truck to use your normal horn because no one will be able to hear it. Windshield wipers are your P button, and P stands for please work, because if your windshield wipers don't work in your truck and it starts raining, you're going to be in big trouble because it's extremely hard to see out. And your cruise control will be the letter C. That is going to cover all your basic functions for the truck. Let's go into the menu. Alright, so in the upper left, you're going to have what game time it is, and then you're going to have some things here that pop up letting you know you can do certain things. All these options are available over here in the menu on the right side. These are just kind of pop-ups letting you know that you have the resources to be able to do those things. Right here in the center of your screen, you're going to shows you a picture of the current truck that you're using, and on the right side of the screen it shows your profile, showing you what level you are, what your current ranking is, and the amount of experience you have into that level. It shows you your rating, which mine is currently a 5.8. Here we have progress history, showing basically your progress throughout the game and how you've come up, or if you've hit some low points or anything like that, as well as your experience bar right here at the bottom, your total driven distance, distance on duty, your roaming distance which is the amount of distance you've driven just for fun and not had a trailer on, roads explored in the game, deliveries that you've finished, and then game time spent. Next up, we have skills. Skills come when you level up, so every time you level up you get a choice to put a point into one of these. First up, we have hazardous cargo. The more points you have into this, the more different types of hazardous cargo you can pull, and the more better paying jobs you can get by hauling hazardous materials. Then we have long distance. The more points you have in this, the more experience you get and the better reward. And all of these are pretty much like that. The more points you have in them, the better the experience will be and the better reward you will get. And then the last one is your fuel economy. This is one I went ahead and put 5 points in right at the very beginning to save on my fuel costs as much as possible. Next up, we have truck dealerships. As you do jobs and deliveries, you will come across dealerships which you can then buy trucks at. The more dealerships you have unlocked, the least distance you have to travel to go do your upgrades or do repairs on your trucks. So that's a really cool thing. Also, you can click on any of these and then go visit them whenever you want to. You don't always have to drive your truck there. You can just quick travel to a dealership if you don't need repairs. Let's say you just want to buy a new truck. You can just go there and check them out. Same with the trailer purchases. You can buy trailers whenever you want to. It shows you a price, and there's lots of different types of trailers depending on what type of different cargo you want to haul through in the game. Next up, we have truck upgrades. There's a lot of different upgrades that you can do in the game. If you want to do an upgrade, you can hop in your truck and you can drive it to a dealership, park on the selected square that they want you to park on, and you can go ahead and upgrade your truck with as much as you want to based on how much money you have. Same with trailer upgrades. Then we have the vehicle adjustments, very self-explanatory. It will adjust your seat, your mirrors. And then diagnostics is a very cool feature of the game. It tells you what kind of repairs need to be done on your truck. And repairs happen not only from hitting things or going off the road or something like that, but can also happen just from deterioration from using your vehicle over time. The main one that you normally see is your tires that will start to deteriorate first. But don't worry, it doesn't break the bank to have to repair your truck on a regular basis. Alright, right down here you can see that I have this insignia right here. Adventure with Roger is the name of my trucking company. And then it shows the current amount of money that you have, how many garages that you currently have, and how many trucks you currently own, how many trailers you currently own, the number of drivers you have in your company, and the profit you get / 7-day value. When you first buy your very first truck, you have the option to then buy your shop at the same time. I think it's $100,000. And when you do that, when you buy your first truck and you start your trucking company, it gives you the opportunity to choose from, I think it's 7 to 10 different of these insignias right here. Alright, next up we have the truck manager. This will show you all the trucks that you currently own, where they currently are, and which shop that they currently work for, how much their daily profit is pulling in for you, the amount of distance that they're being driven every day, the engine specification, and the type of truck that they are. Same thing with the trailer manager. If you own trailers, you can click on that and see where your trailers are at. Then you have the driver manager. You will be at the top, and then the next two drivers will be underneath that. It'll show you how much they're getting paid per mile, the rating of the driver in general, the equipment that they're using, and then their name on the left side. Then you have your garage manager. I really enjoy this part. Right now I only have one shop set up, but if I click on this, it will tell me the location of it, how much revenue it makes, the average daily profit. The reason this looks a little bit high is because I've been doing a lot of deliveries in the past few days. It will also show me I can sell it, I can upgrade it, and I can deliberately travel here if I want to, but I'm already here, so this option is grayed out. If I had enough money to upgrade it, this option would then be lit up as well. It shows me on the left and my other two drivers next to me. You'll notice that I have two other slots right here that are currently empty. I have those unlocked, however I don't have enough money to buy a truck or employee. Well, I do have enough money to employ 2 more people, but I don't have enough money to currently buy them equipment, so they're grayed out right now. Next up is the bank. Here you will be able to take out loans for $10, $50, $100, or $400,000. There is a daily installment that you have to pay per day right here. Your interest rate, which is outlandish at 12%. Duration in the days, so it shows that I've been paying for 8 out of 70 days. The amount you still have to pay back, and the original amount of the loan right there. Next we have a recruitment agency, which will allow you to hire a driver. If you click on here, it will show you some different drivers that are available. You can then click on one of these drivers based on which skills that they have that you prefer, and you're allowed to hire them. Alright, that takes care of this whole menu right here on the right side. Next we have the job market. When you first start out playing the game, you will only have this quick job market right here at the top available. When you click on it, It'll show you every trucking hauling position that's available at the time. You will have your own truck and your own trailer provided for you. So this is a great way of starting off the game because you don't have to own any of your equipment. All of these ones right here that have this red flag right here are all oversized loads that have an escort, whether it would be a state trooper or lit up trucks with lights on top of it. These particular ones, like this one and this one, will both have an escort to them. It shows you with a drop-down menu here at the top all the different categories that you can cycle through here, and you can go short distances, long distances, best paying jobs to lowest paying jobs. So if I click all the way down here on the very right, you're going to see the lowest paying ones. But this one right here, for instance, only pays $378. But you're literally... Alright, I accidentally double clicked on it, guys, but as you can see here, it put me inside of a truck, and I only have to haul this from Denver to Denver. So let's just go ahead and do this real quick. In a normal driving situation, I would have to get out and do my inspection, check the load, make sure it's secure, and do a DOT brake check and all that good stuff. But inside this game, it just allows you to go ahead and go if you have a truck that's well maintained. So I can change my view here to the inside. This is how I prefer to drive. As you can see, you have traffic coming here. There's a good old Mustang. I'm going to go ahead and pull out. Make sure I go nice and wide so I don't hit my trailer on that cement post that was right back there. I'm going to come up to this stoplight and use my left turn signal. This is a really nice Freightliner truck. Looks like I got a red light. Look at this. This is really nice. I wish I had a truck this nice in real life. Alright, I got a green light. Let's do it. It's already turning red. Go, baby, go. Somebody just hit me, so that's fun. Alright. Looks like we're going to be making a turn right here. Checking for people. Nobody's coming. Let's go ahead and change the view so we don't accidentally run into anything here. Go ahead and take this middle lane. Yeah. Watch this. This is... Oh, I just barely touched it. We're okay. We're okay. Pull forward. Oh, yeah, that's it. Now when you're getting ready to do your drop off, it's going to ask you to park your truck on this little square right here that's lit up. And sometimes it's very difficult to get on there because your trailer is so long, but in this particular case, it's not that bad. So once you get on there, it gives you the thumbs up, you hit the enter button, and then it'll give you some choices right here. It'll allow you to skip the parking. It'll allow you to play it safe, or it'll allow you to do the hard parking. I'm going to go ahead and choose the let's play it safe one and hit confirm. And it's going to tell me to go ahead and pull in and park the trailer for them. Now you can skip this if you're in a hurry, or let's say like, you know, you got somewhere you got to go or whatever and you just need to deliver this and get out of here. So we're just going to go ahead and park this bad boy. Just like that. You hit the T button to drop the trailer. And that's it. Excellent job. Shows you that you got paid, you got a little teeny bit of experience, and then we're good to go, guys. And then it takes you back to where your truck was parked. Going back to the job market, we now have freight market. And freight market is really cool because once you own your own trailer, you can do some heavy hauling stuff, and basically all you do is you toggle. Let's see, right now I'm in Phoenix, so I would click on Phoenix on the map and it would tell me every single haul available to me in the city of Phoenix, and we have all of these right here. A bunch of different ones, although it looked like the first one was $20,000 all the way down to $2,795 hauls. Next up on the job market here is the cargo market. I don't have access to that yet. I'm either not high enough level or I don't have enough money or whatnot. Then we have external contacts. This is my favorite one that I have available right now. And the reason is because World of Trucks actually keeps track of every single one of these you do, and you get achievements for them. You can look up the amount of hauls that you've done and stuff like that for World Truck Simulator. It keeps track of all of these is basically what I'm saying. And that's all that I currently have available to me. And the job market. Then we have the world map. You can set destinations with you when you want to by just clicking on any of this stuff. And you can set multiple destinations by just clicking multiple, and then it tells you the route that is best that you take to get there. Currently, these are all the expansions I have, so it shows you right there Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona. I don't have Utah unlocked, or it's not available in the game yet. But there's Idaho, Oregon, Washington, California, Nevada, and all of this stuff right here. Out of all the deliveries I've done, I've only explored maybe 12% of it. Next up is the radio. You can download your own music and listen to it whenever you want to. Email is just sometimes once in a while you'll get an email telling you that somebody wants to hire you for a job. Photo Studio, that's your basic screenshot inventory. Vehicle Browser lets you experiment with different various truck configurations, trailer configurations, and stuff like that. Obviously, save the game. Your options menu is there's a lot of options. Everything from your screen resolutions, your audio, your gameplay, the buttons you want to use to control your truck, or if you have one of those really cool steering wheels, which I do not at the moment, and your online preferences. Then we have your profile, which you have to leave to be able to adjust it, so I'll let you guys deal with that. And then your quit button, which will let you exit the game. There's various social media tabs right over here on the left side. Looks like Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Alright, my friends and fellow gamers, that's going to be the end of this new player guide to American Truck Simulator. I'd like to point out that the developers did a fantastic job making this game. It's very realistic. The sounds of the trucks, the engines, the turn signals, even the four-ways, all the sounds are exactly the way they are in real life. It's fantastic. The inside and outside of the trucks is spot on. And I've driven every truck in real life that I've driven in the game, so you can trust me on this. I definitely recommend picking this one up for something different outside your normal RPG or fantasy genre for a good time. Also, the actual places that you will visit, especially the downtown areas and a lot of the roads, are very close, if not exactly how they are in real life, which is so neat to be able to revisit them from this perspective. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more gaming videos several times per week. My name's Roger. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the next adventure. Take care of yourself, everybody.